It's part 17 of Chelmswood Junction's layout build. Roll the intros. Hello and welcome back to Chelmswood Junction. I'm Peter. As the title suggests, today this is layout update number 17. Lucky number for me, it's the date of I was born on, and it's just been a lucky number for me throughout the years. So what are we going to be looking at today? There is a little bit of progression on the railway, a little bit of scenic work's been done. A lot of it has been electrics. There's also been a scratch build been done, as some of you may be aware. And there's also some new arrivals in rolling stock and locomotive wise. And we've had a few bits and pieces that came through the post today. So without further ado, we're going to get down and have a look at the new locos that have joined the fleet this time. So the first bit of rolling stock that has joined the fleet this time is this beautiful Bachmann class 37 in lovely maroon and gold EWS livery, and as you can hear, it is a DCC sound loco. This was bought from the Severn Valley Railway by my neighbours for me, and this is an actual regional exclusive. If you're not sure what that means, it means that certain locos are produced by Bachmann for certain areas of the country. So this one was probably a Midlands based loco. I've had any problems with it. It was a bit of a pain to program into the controller, but once it was programmed, it was up and running, and as you can hear, it runs quite nicely, and as you saw from the intro, she does sound quite nice. Also walking along, another new loco to join the fleet is a lovely Hornby Black 5. This one is 45116. It's built in TTS sound from the factory. I got this from Tony's Trains of Rugby, and I got it in a bundle deal with a next loco that I'm about to show you. And the next loco also to be joining the fleet in this session is this lovely A4 LNER loco 60018, and it is Sparrowhawk. This one has Hornby fitted DCC sound from the factory, and as you can see, it is in a nice fetching blue and white lined livery, and it has got a lovely sound package on board it. The last loco to have joined the fleet during the last update is this, again, Bachmann class 20/3 in DRS livery. And again, this one is one of the new ones that Bachmann have done. It has working lights and it has factory fitted sounds. I'm not sure, I believe it is a Zemo sound decoder on board that, made for by ESU sound chips. And it has a nice sound package and goes rather well in a double head with my other class 20 in rail freight livery. So that is all the locos that have joined the fleet on this update. One of the big things on this update is I have actually scratch built 2 signal gantries. Now this is one of them. These are made from different people's kits, and if I show you going through, the top section here is a scale model sceneries walkway with railings kit. The bit that's underneath is a plastic strut like U-shaped item, but it's obviously square. It's like a U-shaped item which hides all the cable trunking. The signals themselves are Burco range. These are 4 and a 3 aspect, and the plates that the signals are sitting on again are offcuts from scale model sceneries kits that you get, and the little bits of wood that you get left over do come in handy. The uprights themselves again is another plast strut item, and again the wires go through there and go down to the bottom. The ladders are a part of another scale model scenery kit. That is the ladder with safety cage. Very, very tricky kit to put together. Do need a lot of patience to do that, but it has come off quite nicely. And I'll take you to the other side of the layout and show you the second one. So this is the second signal gantry that I have made. Like I said, the uprights are plastistruct. The bit underneath that hides the wiring, again, is plastistruct. The top bit is a scale model sceneries, again, walkway with railings. And like I said, these are the scale model scenery ladders with safety cage. And like I said, these are a very, very fiddly little kit to put together, but it is very nice. Once it was all put together and it was sprayed with just normal Wilkinson's grey primer, it's been fitted. Also, with this one has got feet at the bottom, and these came off of a ratio Pratt and Truss gantry. I just used the leg of the bottom off of that, and I used it for this one. And again, the signals on top. You've got a 4 aspect on this side, and 1, 2, and 3 aspects at the top. Again, these are made by Burco. This one at the moment is not automated, but it will be in the next few days. So that will be part of the next update, and also part of what else I've been up to in the past few weeks. Also new to go with the signal gantries is, as you can see, one of the Burco lights is at a green. And if I just put my hand over here, as you can see, it's just changed to red. And if I just quickly wander up here quickly and trigger that one, you will see that it is slowly going from red to single yellow to double, and hopefully then back to green as it does. These are controlled, this one and the one at the top of the platforms up there on this line. These two are controlled by the Heathcote Electronics mass sequencer, which is the one at the top, and this one is controlled by the Urdask 4 board, which is directly plugged into under here. And I will take you quickly under there and show you how it works. So this is a quick diagram of how the Heathcote Electronic mass sequencer and Urdask 4 boards work. Now the mass sequencer, like I said, is up the top there at the platforms. The Urdask 4 is just under there. And then the third Urdask 4 is going to be with the other signal gantry. And if I wander you guys under here, and I will show you how it all works. Now these are the cables coming from that 4 aspect signal, and they get wired in. Your common goes into the first port, then your red, your 1 yellow, your green wire, and then your black wire for your double yellow. These 2 wires here are the power feeds, and how I've done it is, if you follow this along, I've used again my block system, and these 2 wires go from this block right the way along the boards to under there where the other signal gantry is, and there is another block waiting for the next board to arrive this week, and that will be installed. And this is how I power the actual boards themselves. The other wire, the blue one, is the send and receive. At the moment this one is only going into receive. This wire goes from here along the baseboards right up to the other end where the mass sequencer is, just about up there with my fingers pointing, roughly where that DCC Concepts Cobalt IP motor is. Again, at the other end there, by the mass sequencer, there is another one of these blocks which is fed by a 12 volt power source, which I will show you what I am using for that. So this is the plug that powers those blocks. It's just a normal 3 volt to 12 volt multi-voltage adapter, and it is again a multi prong adapter that you get all different types of adapters that you can power up, all like things like laptops, things like that. What I do is I just cut the ends off and I just use these 2 wires. The black and white one is your positive, and your black one is your negative. So that one on my blocks would go to the black, and this one would go to my red, and that is how I power my Heathcote Electronic mass sequencer boards. So on the update, as you can see, I have ballasted that point there all the way down here and just past the signal gantry. So now I can put in my details like cable trunking, relay boxes, things like that. And also I can start on a bit of vegetation on this side and along that side. And if I wanted you over this side as well, oops, again, sorry about that guys. I've done some more ballasting from just before the signal gantry up to that point there, and also painted the sides of the rails with the usual rail match 406 sleeper grime, and I use a very fine brush to paint it onto the sides. Once it's all dry, you just go over the tracks with a normal Pico track rubber and it gets rid of the residue on top of the rails. Also finished off ballasting around in that area, also fitted the cable trunking, and as you can see I've got the scale model sceneries like relay box stand, and it's got some relay boxes in there, and again that is now ready for scenery. Moving on to scenery, I've been doing some work in the depot. I've ballasted these sections here. At long last I've managed to get my hands on some Pico scatter material, sorry, not scatter material, ballast, which was what I'd done all the rest of the depot in. I ran out, couldn't get any, and saw that Hatton's had some, so I bought myself 2 packs and I've started doing that. And again, as you can see, I've painted the sides of rails. I've rubbed it off here but left it plain here because obviously I will have a buffer stop going here with lights, and then I will be greening it up again like that. Also, now that those two are done, I can now start doing some greenery around this area. Last bit of ballasting for the depot is up the back, just where the 101 and the 156 DMUs are. Also, because I had the new ballast, I've gone and ballasted all my points that I've got on the depot area. They were the only places that weren't ballasted, so that is now done. And again, I've started putting in the cable trunking there. I just need a bit more for just that section there. And again, I've got to get another scale model sceneries kit for the relay boxes again. And like I said, all this area here is being prepared, as you can see, for scenery. Also for the updates, hide that bit a minute. I've had a few bits and pieces come through the post. Actually, I'm going to completely hide that for a minute. These bits and pieces came through in the past couple of days. I've now got a lovely little turntable to go along with my airbrush setup, and that's going to come in handy now for when I want to start doing some more airbrushing of bits and pieces. But what am I going to be using it for? Well, my brilliant brother has bought himself a 3D printer, and straight away he thought of the 00 gauge model railway, and this is one of his first little trials. I'm going to be using this as a planter for the station area. It's very futuristic, I think, and I think it would look really good as a little planter system for the station area. Also, something else that he's printed as well is this brilliant little 00 gauge shed, and that is very nice. Just like I said, that's also why I've bought this, so I can start getting these bits primed up. Also, he's managed to make a 3D pallet. I'm not too sure if this is 100% to scale, but it looks okay, and with a bit of primer and a decent bit of colour and some bits and pieces on top of it, or discarded into the shrubbery of the railway somewhere, that would look pretty good, I think. The last thing that he's attempted at the moment for me is I've got about 40 to 50 of these oil barrels. Now these are exactly to scale. If I just quickly pause the camera, guys. So this is a proper Bachmann one that you get with the depot fueling stations, and this is the one that he's 3D printed exactly to scale. It is absolutely brilliant. So I've got absolutely loads of these now, so I can start plonking them around the depot. Also come through the post in the past week is 6 boxes from a company called Tajima1 Miniatures, and there is their flyer and their web address. Now when you order from these people, if you order 5 boxes of whichever item you want, you get a freebie, and the freebie is little wild tufts of grass, and they are really nice, and this is what I use to help build up vegetation and shrubbery around my buffer stops. So I've got one of them as a free gift. Also ordered one of these as well to go with that. They are the same one, because I need a lot of them, because I've got a lot of buffer stops to shrubbery up. Also I've got 2 packs of these bushes. They just literally pull off this backing paper and you can just plonk them down, and they've got a sticky adhesive pad on the bottom, or if you're not too happy with that, you can just glue them down with a bit of PVA glue. So I've got 2 boxes of this one, and also got 2 boxes of what they call fuchsias bushes, which again, they are different coloured to this set, so they will look nice again around the buffer stops. Now, while I was out one evening this week, or last week actually, my delightful neighbours and my wife conjured up a little plan while I was out, and voila, they ordered me this. Now, I wanted a pannier tank on my railway, because as you know, this is a Great Western Railway based themed layout, and I'm a Great Western boy, originally from Plymouth in Devon. So I was looking at this one. They said, well, what's that website you're looking at that train for? And I told them the website, and all of a sudden 5 minutes later this went out of stock. This was the only one they had, so luckily I've got it. This is going to be a forthcoming video. It is one that's got to go away for Christmas, unfortunately, but I will be doing a video in the next couple of days about this video. One of my subscribers did say to me when I done the King class loco and the Black 5 and the A4, it would be nice for me to have a pannier tank on there. Okay, it's a 94XX pannier tank, but it will be a pannier tank to go with the layout. So the subscriber that actually asked me to get one, there you go, I have now got one. So I'm gonna talk you through future plans for this layout. The other night I was looking at my railway and I was having a bit of a running session on my own, and I wasn't happy with the way things were operating. And so I'm going to show you what my plans are. So as you know, I've got 4 tracks at that end, and they go underneath the town scene. You have 2 that come out there, and 2 carry on right way round, excuse the mess, round to the back there, where it comes into a bit of a junction. Now, this is the problem that I was finding. The ECOS ESU command station, as good as it is a little bit confusing when it comes to double slips. Now, I've actually programmed these 2 double slips, 4 points, if you want to call it that, as 4 different types of points, and it's a bit awkward to operate. So my next plan is for the railway is that's all staying from there onwards, but this bit here is going to be a line on its own, which will split into two. The two will hopefully attach to these two. These 4 tracks will then go straight under here. This whole town scene is going, bar the park. Oh, and that's another thing that I've been doing on the park. The park has now got a lovely set of 3 trees. Hasn't finished. I've got to put some bushes and some shrubbery around the base of the tree, but that's also been added to the layout this time. But this whole section here is going. The retaining walls are going to stay. They're going to go right on the back wall. These 2 lines are going to stay, but they're going to join the main line there. All 4 main tracks there are going to run right the way down here, round this bit around the radiator, and come out here. This part of the town scene is staying, but it's going to be cut short, so I'm going to have to redo my roadway, I think. This might move to that corner there. That is my future plans. At the moment, I'm trying to work out how I'm going to have a junction over there, because obviously I've got to get these 2 tracks to attach to the up and down relief line, and then obviously I need a way of connecting all 4 main lines to each other, because from there until you get to there's no points. I can get from 4 to 3 and 2 to 1, but I can't get from 2 to 3. The same at this end. I can get trains to go from 2 to 1 and 2 to 3 and 4 and into this dead end station. But if you've got one coming this way, it can't get to any of them. If you've got another one coming this way on this line, it can't really get to this one, and it can't get to that one. So this will be reconfigured. The double slips will be coming out. They'll be set as a main line. Those 2 points I might leave there, but all this is going to change. Once all that has been changed, then I will be in the right place to have a point coming off there, which will run round this way, will then come down here, and this area here will be the carriage sidings, and obviously the workbench will go from that way to straight along, and that will attach to the board of my carriage sidings. So that is the future plans for the railway. Hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. It's been quite a busy one this month, I think, with the signal gantries, Heathcote Electronics, a little bit of scenery done, and now obviously me making big plans to change the layout itself on the main lines. Sorry for the shaky camera in places, guys, and making you go this way and that way. I do apologise. I will make sure I don't do that again. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have enjoyed the video, guys, as always, please hit that like button on the left hand side. If you've got any questions or comments about any of the signal gantries that I've built, or the Heathcote Electronics boards, or things that are coming up to be done on the railway, then again, please ask any questions and leave any comments down below. Forthcoming, obviously, there's going to be some big changes on the railway. When that will happen is when I've got enough funds to be able to get the track and the point work to get it all up and running. Yes, I will be using insole frog points because I'm not brilliant with wiring when it comes to electro frog. I did put electro frog points into the depot area, but I found them quite awkward and a bit faff to do. So like I said, guys, there are a lot of plans for the railway and a lot of changes to be done on the railway. Like I said, guys, I hope you have enjoyed the video. If you're a subscriber, a great big thumbs up. Thank you for all the new people that have joined my channel recently. Hope that you're enjoying the channel content so far, and that I hope you enjoy future content in the future. For all the people that have been with me for a very long time, again, a great big thumbs up. Thank you for staying with me. I am now only 21 short of the magic 1,000 subscriber, and there will be a 1,000 subscriber special. Like I said, I am thinking of doing a competition, but I've not actually made my mind up whether or not I'm going to do it. I just might get something in for a special 1,000 subscriber special video. That is to come. I don't know yet. Until the next time, guys, I hope you look after yourselves, look after your loved ones, enjoy the lovely, gorgeous weather that we're having. I'm going to get off this video and I'm actually going to get outside of my garden and start enjoying the weather and start trying to get a little bit of a tan, hopefully. Until the next time, guys, if you want to carry on watching videos from my channel, there should be a link coming up here and up here. But above all, guys, take care of yourselves, look after your family, and above all, happy modelling, and bye-bye from Chelmswood Junction.